Hello YouTube. This was an old project I was working on that people were telling me to make a video, so I decided to choose this one because it just sounds pretty good. Pardon the lag. Well, so pretty much I'll just skip to the drop. So I'm gonna pretty much just show you how to make a new project. Alright, so you have your basic layout. What you need is a good heavy kick. I like this one. And most people tell me that you need a really loud sounding snare, so what you need is to layer your snares. Like, take one that sounds good, maybe this one, and you gotta take a few, maybe about 4 or 5, maybe even 7 if you're trying to go really heavy. Alright, so, and to fill in the empty spaces you need some hi-hats, like this hi-hat, so you need to put it every 2 steps. Well, that all depends on what kind of song you're making, but I like to put some open hi-hats, and I like to put it every 4 to make a 16 drum beat. And you need a good ride. Maybe this will do. And let's just hear how that sounds. Let me put the tempo up to 140. Alright, it sounds pretty good. And what you need is a good drum beat. Alright, let's just say we're making dubstep here. So that's your basic drum pattern for dubstep. And let's just repeat that for the sake of it. Alright, so I like to work on my drops first and then go towards the main progression afterwards. So I have my own presets. You can make your own, but just for the sake of time I'll just alright. So let's start with a C. Alright. Let's just solo this out. And what you need to do is you need to record automation and score. Open up Massive if you have it. I like to work with mine detached, so go to 5 LFO or whatever LFO you're trying to speed up and slow down, and you press the play button, go to ratio. Alright, so that sounded pretty decent, I guess. But, and then what you do is you come down here, right click, massive mod 5N, and you could see the automation levels as you were working with. Alright, so what I like to do is I just like to take it, flatten it out, start fresh, and start mid-speed, maybe this. Alright. Alright, and pretty much what you do is just fool around with it. Until you get like a nice sounding bass, I guess. This isn't really a bass, but and gotta add a bit of variation, maybe like 2 or 3 more instruments. This is my own custom. I think it kind of sounds like what I would do. But alright. Alright, let's make a progression here. So might not sound good, but just experimenting for now. Alright, so you do the same thing that you did with your first bass. The long wait. I wonder how that sounds. We'll test it later. Alright, so you go to massive number 2, since this is the second bass. And you start fresh again. Make a similar pattern, I guess. You want that kind of sound. Yeah, that sounds sweet. Yeah. Alright, that sounds good. Now let's hear it with the drums. Nothing is equalized yet, so it'll sound a bit. The quality won't sound as good, but and there you have it. I can't really show you how to make the main progression because, well, that all depends on what kind of sound you're going for. Like if you're going for like a melodic kind of sound, a heavy kind of sound, like a suspenseful kind of sound, it's all different. Alright, but for now, I'll show you how to equalize everything. Alright, everything should be linked. Here's how you can tell. Solo everything out. Solo your kicks. Alright. So you just, I like to put Maximus. You can hear it sounds a bit different already. Alright, so you press the solo button here. You hear the bass, raise that a bit. It's a bass drum. Obviously you're going to raise bass. Mids, you can faintly hear it, just raise it a bit. This, I would keep it like this. You can hear it, sounds good. Alright, next are the cymbals. I get really lazy with my cymbals. I don't know, it's just a bad tendency. Hold shift, select all your cymbals. Link them all to insert 2. Use Maximus again, as always. Alright. What you're going to do with this one is solo it. With this, I would just reduce the bass a lot. With the mids, I'd raise it a bit. Highs you definitely want because, of course, it's a hi-hat. May have done that a bit wrong. My bad. Oh, and for all percussion, you gotta lower it to -10 dB because you don't want it overbearing the other instruments. And that's pretty much it for the hi-hats. Now all the snares. I get lazy with these two. And link it to insertion 3. Use a bit of Maximus again. Alright, you solo it out. You can hear that. Raise the bass a bit. Raise this a bit. Lower this. You got that really heavy sounding echoing snare. And I don't even know why I have this here, just delete it. Now for the two most important things, basses. So you, oh crap, selected the wrong thing, didn't I? Yeah, I did, my bad. Select massive, link it to first open insertion, insert, my bad, and you want to use Maximus again. Alright, raise the bass a bit. Since this is a more higher pitched bass, you're going to want to raise the mids and the highs. Alright, that sounds good. So you go to your second bass, insert 5, Maximus again, solo it out, raise the bass in this, you need more mids, less highs. Alright, so that's good. And what I like to do, this is just a personal preference, um, add a really powerful sounding sub bass. I like to use the 3-octave sub because it just sounds pretty nice. You have to put it an octave lower. Nah, I think you might want to raise it an octave in this case. Alright, so you take that. This one, when you use Maximus on it, you gotta solo it out. Leave the solo switch on because you don't want to turn that off. You just raise the bass up to here. So you can hear that really loud, thundering sounding octave sub bass. And let me just save this sample project. And really, when you're done, I like to just and then export it as a WAV. I don't really like rendering it to MP3 because it just takes too long. It's not worth it. What you do is take this, enter the name, save it, 7 seconds, choose your output formats, free sampling if you really want. I don't really hear a difference when it comes to that. And you just hit start. That pretty much just sums it up. I'll probably make another tutorial later. Maybe. I don't know. That depends on how good this one gets, but whatever. Thanks for your time. See you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. So see you guys later.